Hey everyone, what is going on? Good afternoon. Happy Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. We made it through the week, y'all. It's been a crazy whirlwind of a week for me, but I made it through, and so did you. Happy Friday. Woo, woo. Personally, I am happy because I just finished eating something that I haven't had in a very long time, and that is the Talenti gelato. One of my favorite kinds that is the Madagascar vanilla bean. It used to be Tahitian vanilla bean, but they changed it to Madagascar. It's still good though. I just got finished tearing it up. It's good. See, let's go. But anyway, yeah, me and Shayla just got back from grocery shopping. I'm not even going to get into it about the prices, but yeah. So now I have no plans. This is my last day off of work. So I have no plans to go back outside for nothing. Nobody better ask me to do anything. I did all that was needed to be done. So I am going to stay and relax, put my feet up, eat, watch movies. There's this Jennifer Lopez movie that I'm gonna watch called Marry Me. I started to watch it last night, but I got sleepy. But I plan on enjoying the rest of my day. One of my boys is doing a tournament right now, so I know I won't see him this weekend, but I'll see my baby boy. So it's all good. It is all good. I got food, got water, got the internet, got TV, so I'm straight. I plan to enjoy my days off because the last 2 days of my days off, I had to do stuff, so it didn't feel like I had any days off anyway. But anyway, let me stop complaining about it. But anyway, today is Friday, so I have a Friday Funnies for you guys. Yes, and we are going to talk about old school church. I miss old school church. Don't y'all? Let's see. Old school church. When I was coming up, you know, church was like the thing that drew me mostly into church anyway was music. And I loved hearing the choir, the harmonies and things like that. So back in those days, that's when the choirs, they used to wear choir robes, and they used to, come out all proud, marching in to the song, like, we come this far by faith. And they be serious too. The women's hair be laid, the men got a fresh cut, and they just be just focusing, because they want to look their best for the Lord. So, when they come in, and everybody is all, happy because the choir is marching in. And then you hear their harmonies, the tenors, the altos, the sopranos and stuff, and sometimes the bass or whatever. But man, those were the good old days. When I was in the choir at Rosa Sharon, I had fun and stuff because we used to go to different churches and stuff like that. And you remember, if any of you guys that grew up in church or whatever still go to church, Remember the times when you were in the children's choir and uh, y'all had to go to a guest church? No, no, you had to go. We were the guests at a church, so we were a guest choir. That's what I meant. The guest choir at somebody's church, and you know how you and your choir used to have all the confidence in the world, thinking we gonna go in there, we gonna kill it and stuff like that, because we already got our songs and stuff. Because the choir director, none other than Deacon Willie, my uncle, Deacon Willie Arnold. But he had us all ready and stuff like that. So we know we about to, come. We about to kill it and stuff. Rosa Sharon Youth Choir, whatever. So those were the fun times. And then, I got a little tired of being at Rosa Sharon because it just didn't seem, it seemed different to me once um, that lady took over and my uncle wasn't the choir director anymore. And so he happened to be a choir director at Queen City. And then my dad, he was playing the guitar and stuff like that. So, I started going to Queen City and seeing how their choir was, and they was like really into it, like, Rosa Sharon, the youth choir and stuff like that. And somebody, I dare you to say that I'm wrong. Rosa Sharon, we was like in that choir, everybody was like prissy because we knew that we was the ish and stuff like that. So, nobody could hold a candle to us and stuff like that. So it was more like a show off type choir versus when I got to Queen City, their youth choir was like really into the song. Like they were into what was actually said about the Lord. Like they had fun doing it. And so I looked at them like, okay, I want to be down with them because they look like they having a real good time and stuff like that. And they was singing all wholeheartedly and feeling free, but not free to the point where, they did whatever they want, because Queen City was a Baptist church and stuff like that. So, but they would, I wanted to be down with them. So I was like, okay. So slowly but surely, I left, Rosa Sharon and started going to Queen City. Best decision of my life. So got involved with their choir and stuff like that. And then, I had solos. I had one solo. And then I sung with my dear friend, may he continue to rest in peace, Ronell. We had a duet together and stuff like that. But those were the days. And I'm sorry I got caught up in reminiscing about the choir, but that goes to show you how much I had enjoyed, like, old school church, because we just would be having a good time, like, someone was always responsible for getting the choir robes cleaned, and we had, if we didn't have a choir robes, we would have to wear the colors black and white and stuff, and we would sing our little hearts out and stuff like that. And then and then let me move over from the church choir, because I could talk about that all day, even into adulthood with, being in the adult choir, and then, Shekinah and stuff like that. And best choir ever. I don't care. We like sung, we had fun, we was proud to sing, we was proud to sing about Jesus. Man, like, we go somewhere and kill it and just had a good time doing it. Like, I still reminisce on those days. But But what else about old school church? Oh, and then it's always a deacon old as dirt. It's always a deacon that's old as dirt, but he will give you some wisdom if you took the time and sit down and listen to him. It was always them old school deacons that be trying to school stuff. Then what, you had the usher board. Um, the ushers, they didn't play. Let you be a kid, um, falling out of line while usher is on duty. And don't let the usher be related to you, because they do not care who is visiting the church at the time. Them usher, they will pop you upside your head. They didn't care whose kid you belong to. They was gonna scold you, and that was at every church I went to. Rosa Sharon, Queen City, all of that. So yeah, that's one of the things I miss about old school. You know how the deacons, they always were about order in church, and uh, there's always somebody that was giving out peppermints. Hi, mommy. Giving out peppermints to everybody in church. My mom is the designated peppermint lady. Candy got the candy, so yeah. Um, man, and I just miss those days. And then, like, if they had like service after church, maybe it'd be like one or two services, maybe three. I remember there have been a few times where I stayed for three services, and I'm like, I think the Lord knows how much I love him. Nah, but it's just like nostalgic to even think about those times, because all my happiest times were in church. Like, you know, singing. I used to sing a lot, and then one day I just didn't. I just stopped. Um, uh, Getting together for church functions, like the dinners, the mothers of the church be cooking some good food, and it's always a pound cake somewhere. There's always a freaking pound cake somewhere. Somebody's grandmother in church always makes a pound cake. And somebody's family member is always known for making, yeah, somebody's grandmother or whatever is always known for making the desserts. Then there's somebody that's always cooking the fish and the chicken and all that good stuff. And remember when church functions used to be in the basement of the church, and they set it up, and then they make all the kids volunteer and put all the chairs up, and don't let you be one of the kids that have to stay after everybody leaves, because you gotta wait for your parent, because they're the ones that have to lock the doors of the church. I am one of those. But it's all fun, and then it's so much to be said. I can't like put it all in one little thing. Like, I just miss the days of when, and I don't want anyone to take offense to this, because I don't mean it that way, especially since I spent practically since the age of 7 in church all my life. But I miss those days when everyone was so eager to like be at church. We had Christmas plays. Um, I know at Rosa Sharon, I was like one of the, the three wise men. One of the three wise men. I was like that for like a couple of years in a row. But we had the Christmas plays. Praise and worship was like full of energy and just like, it wasn't a trendy thing. It was just praise and worship was exactly praise and worship. Everyone was just, you know, praising the Lord. And then you have that one deacon or reverend that, when they excuse themselves, they got to put that finger up, head out, you know. You had the mother board, the deacon board, the board of treasurers, the building fund, the, you know, the fish fries, bake sales, sometimes they did car washes, all of that stuff. And it just makes me nostalgic for, the church of, days past. And I know that people will say, well, those are the old days. You have to get with the times or whatever. I could still reminisce about those days. I could still long for those days. I know technology enough to know that things have to be updated, but you know we can't forget where we started from. I just can't stand when people choose to erase everything that happened in the past. You can't erase everything. If it wasn't for the past, you wouldn't be where you are today in the present and working towards the future. So I'm just one of those ones that, miss them 5-part harmonies in church and, you know, people catching the Holy Ghost and the kids sitting there huddled up, scared and frightened and laughing at the same time because they don't know what is going on. But, you know, people caring about each other's kids, not just a preference. One thing I do know about Queen City and Rosa Sharon, everybody cared about each other and they cared about each other's kids, and it didn't matter who you were raised by or whatever. It's like once you in church, you're one of them. You're going to get scolded as well as, supported, basically. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, they're going to get on you. And if you're doing what you're supposed to do, they're going to, hug you and congratulate you. And those are the days that I miss. Like, I do thank God for, virtual church and stuff like that, because there are plenty of churches here in my city that I can like go to, but for what's convenient for me, I feel like my church is back home. That's just me. New generation. That's my church. And I don't see it no other way. And oh well. That's just it. But yeah. So I just wanted to, touch bases about touch on the facts of old school church and what are y'all memories and you know um, those were some fun times. So I remember I used to couldn't stay away from church because we would have I'm gonna say choir practice. And then, I was on a nurses board, and had nurse meetings and stuff like that. And I just miss those days where everybody was totally involved and everyone had the same goal in mind, and that was to touch people's hearts and bring them closer to God. So that's basically what it all sums up to. So I'm gonna get off of here because I'm about to watch my movie and I'm about to eat my sushi. So before my husband gets here, gotta enjoy my solitude. But yeah, so I hope y'all were reminded about your old school church memories. It's nothing but love for me. In no way was I try to offend people or nothing like that. I'm just speaking from my experiences. So you can't get on me about my own experience. But yeah, so I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Be safe, be kind, be warm, be loving, be all of that. Be all that you can be. I will be back with next week. Pray that I have some, God drop some topics in me because I don't have anything down just yet. So I'm just waiting for the Lord to use me and like drop some inspiration with it, into my lap. So if you don't see me on Monday, that means that nothing has dropped yet. But if you do, then it has. So either way. But I pray that you all enjoy your weekend. Have a great rest of your day. If you got paid today, hey. But y'all take care. Oh, and it's the last month of the year, y'all. This year went by fast. But yeah, so y'all have a great day. I love you all. Thank you for the support. I hope y'all was able to laugh with me today. And I'll see y'all next time. Till then, take care and God bless.